California has signed into law the Age-Appropriate Design Code Bill, which takes effect in 2024. So there is a bit of time before it takes effect, but this will impact anyone on social media who is under the age of 18. But how it works, it will prohibit companies who provide online services, products, or features to those who are under the age of 18 from using personal information, collecting, selling, or retaining geolocation data, profiling people under the age of 18 by default, leading or encouraging people under the age of 18 to provide personal information. Companies that violate the rules can face fines up to $7,500 per person who's under the age of 18. So you can imagine, large scale, this could be a lot of money. However, critics have suggested that the language used in the law is a bit too vague and has no clear definition on what it means to be in the child's best interest. So there could be some problems. Now, there is some time for organizations, companies, and social networks to kind of get their stuff together in order to get things ready, but this could have some very serious impacts on social media going forward, on how it runs its business. We have seen social networks take steps already in order to protect younger users, but this law will definitely enforce that a little more strictly. This coming from California is not a huge surprise. We've actually seen a lot of privacy legislation being spearheaded by California. California has really been leading the United States in privacy and data protection. Not too long ago, it passed the California Consumer Privacy Act, the CCPA, and all social networks who have a business, who have a storefront, who have a headquarters in California are bound by this law. And if there is one thing we've seen over the last 10 years of social media, is these companies and their corporate lawyers, they're smart and they are tricky. So, is this legislation foolproof? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how social networks do or do not follow the rules and what excuses they may use in order to bypass any rules. Given how many social networks, tech companies have headquarters or have offices in California, which is a really smart way of tackling this. Getting privacy legislation passed at a federal level across the United States, extremely difficult. But at the state level, where the majority of these businesses operate, we have seen great changes already. The California Consumer Privacy Act, which is kind of California's version of the GDPR in Europe, which have done wonders in making social networks and online companies safer, more secure, and more reliable, and held to account. So I am optimistic because definitely, social networks, there are things they can do better. In order to protect all its users, not just those who are under the age of 18, but everybody. But I am happy to see this will take effect. Again, 2024, it will take a bit of time until it actually gets rolling. But in the meantime, this does give social networks time to get their systems in check, to change things, and to become compliant. I do worry that too much legislation on social networks and tech companies might have a negative impact in the way of a tech company might decide to move their entire operations out of state or out of the country. So we do need to be a little bit cautious. Do I think that this law will cause companies to leave the United States? Probably not. But there can be places in the world that have less restrictive laws where these internet companies might operate from. So do be cautious. Because I know a lot of people are proud that many of the major social networks and tech companies are based or operate in North America. However, They operate in North America because it is advantageous for that. Plus, I've been seeing this trend for quite a while. We are seeing many different states, provinces, countries who are implementing their own particular social network or internet laws that basically social networks have to create different versions of their platforms to apply to the particular country that they are operating in or whatever user connects into the platform. Because there's no worldwide internet law, each country might need to make its own internal networks. We know that Facebook Europe, Facebook EU, is a bit different from Facebook North America.